must learn to be silent. Let your quiet mind listen and absorb. All man's miseries derive from not being able to sit quietly in a room alone. Do not believe what you have heard. Do not believe in tradition because it is handed down many generations. Knowing is deeper than believing. This is Sowjanya from Hyderabad. Welcome to the mid-morning session of the day on the Swadhyaya series. And now we are moving forward with the knowledge sharing, which are my learnings from the book Wisdom of Ages by Van Dyer. Actually, coming to the author, friends, he's a he's a American author and a motivational speaker. Actually, he holds couple of batch. I just put forward his degrees and all just for reference. And coming to the book, Wisdom of Ages, it contains like teachings of 60 ancestral teachers from different eras, different times, and different labels, meaning they are like some of them are mathematicians, some of them are psychologists, some of them are poets, some of them are artists. So from all these teachers, the author has put forth his favorite, or what he thought would be used by the modern generation. He bridged the ancient with wisdom with our modern living. And coming to the birth story, actually, don't think I'm presenting the birth story of the other masters. This is the birth story of the book. Actually, as I've told you, is a motivational speaker. Once he and his friends Deepak Chopra were giving a session in Greece. After the session, actually, both the families were like going out to visit or see what Greece is. Then, during this journey, they met professor, history professor, and the history professor was actually giving them or imparting them his knowledge of different teachers like Pythagoras, Socrates, Aristotle, etc. Then Van had a question in his mind, or like, it's not a question, it's a sensation, a beautiful sensation. He felt a connection. I am hearing all these masters from different eras and all, but he felt like all these masters belong to the same earth. They are bound by the same sun, they are feeling the same moon, they are breathing the same air as we do. Then he truly felt a connection. uh, and he thought like, I would be writing a book after going from my vacation. What actually pulled up when to write the book is like, he thought like all these masters were uh, strong enough to express what they really felt. Actually, some of the masters have even lost their lives. For example, Socrates have is asked to take poison because he expressed his views on freedom. So, but all this wisdom is taken granted by our generation. So he thought, let me go ahead and write. Go ahead and write. He picked up 60 authors. Like, he did not directly go into his teachings of them. He read thoroughly on all these masters, and he picked up from their teachings, poems, etc. So he put forward the main sentences or main poems, whatever you call. So the main lines which he felt that we should follow in our day-to-day lives. Hope it is clear, masters. Can I proceed now? Okay. These are the 60 masters or teachers which are presented in the book by Wayne. See if you have a look at all of them. It was a great learning for me to see like all these masters, like clubbed in a book. It is like a compendium of wisdom, friends. If you see, like some actually some of the teachings we follow, but we don't realize that we are following them. It was very nice to read the book, Masters. Okay. Due to the constraint of the time, I am like pulling in only few of the teachings of the masters. Firstly, I picked up with Patanjali. He is like the ancient teacher in India. Like he is a very old teacher, friends. Like he is even born before Christ. We really don't have his actual date. Of his birth or death. And now Wayne has put forward the teachings or the teachings of Patanjali. Actually, Patanjali is the author of Yoga Sutras, but he is not explaining us all the Yoga Sutras. Instead, from his teachings, he put forward these few lines. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project happens, all your thoughts and their bonds, your mind transcends limitations, your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. Masters, I actually had to read more than 10 times to understand what is inspired, what is that extraordinary project, and what is the how the mind transacts, and then after observing myself, after a great read and after observing myself, I could understand what really the Patanjali teacher have told. See, if you observe, the word inspired comes, like if you break it, it is like in spirit. The word inspires come from in spirit. So now what is in spirit? You might think like whatever we do, be it cooking, be it raising the children, whenever we do it with your heart, putting your soul, then we actually go beyond time. See, if you like cooking, then you cook it very nicely and you present it very nicely, and we then when we do things which are actually close to our heart, we say like I did not know how time has really gone. So such activities are what is called inspired activities or projects. So masters, we everyone have some project in our mind. Patanjali tells, find out what inspires you, follow by it. What happens when we actually are working on our inspired project? We actually we put our ego beside. We don't identify ourselves, we enjoy doing it. That is the real project which we need to work on. And here, if you see the sentence, there is a there is a word called dormant forces. Dormant forces meaning like, see, uh, okay, suppose we encounter incidents wherein like you want to go to a concert or a meeting where you feel which is important to you. Then uh, the road is so busy. Actually, you find difficulty in driving or finding a cab, but you actually find that cab in even that rush. So here, dormant forces meaning like the universe will help you uh, to move on that is what is meant by dormant forces or the hidden forces. We actually think it is a coincidence, but if you see coincidence, but masters, if you see the meaning of word coincidence in perspective with mathematics, it is when the angles meet and when the angles are perfect. So we all think it is happened by luck and all. Now here you can understand, we can understand that what is happening is perfect. Now we have a question, like, how can I know what makes me inspired? So Van gives few pathways to identify the activities or to know how we are inspired. What we can do is, like, we can record them, like during the end of the day you can journal, or whenever you are free. Actually, what gives the real joy to you, whether it's gardening, whether it's playing with babies or doing pottery, etc. Or just meditating. First, try to log all these activities. Then you can even use this inventory to make a living, because when you make it a living, uh, actually your consciousness expands. Masters, you can try it out. And the main thing here when you are working on such projects is you have to be inspired from within, not from the outside world. This is the key takeaway, masters. Whenever you are working on project meaning it can be a daily simple task too. So work on it with your heart in it, and do not bother on the world outside. Next, coming to uh, two other great teachers, masters, who actually Wayne has picked up because he is inspired by few sentences of them, which talks about silence. First one is Pythagoras. He is a Greek philosopher and mathematician. We all know, right, masters? If we it's a basic math. Pythagoras theorem, side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square. So he gave, I am not sure, I am not aware that he is a Greek philosopher as well. When I read this book, I came to know all his, on all what he have worked on. Wayne has inspired by his sentence, learn to be silent, let your quiet mind listen and absorb. And he combined him with one more teacher who he is a physics person. He's a writer and he's a French philosopher. When you see the age masters, they are like Pythagoras belong to a different era and Pascal belongs to a different era. And the sentence which inspired Wayne is all man's miseries derive from not being able to sit quietly in a room alone. These are the two sentences picked up by Van Dyer, like where he thought or felt the importance of silence, masters. Every day we rush on our daily course, like paying in bills and all, going to the office, coming back, cooking, raising the kids, etc. So we all know that we have 60,000 thoughts a day. What we do is, like, we have this today, we carry it tomorrow, and we actually don't find space between the thoughts. It is like the gap between the thoughts. When we are able to find a gap between the thoughts, then we will be at peace, masters. Until and unless we are like racing, we cannot feel in peace or feel the silence. And to explain the beauty of silence, Wayne uses two metaphors, like the pond metaphor and the music metaphor. Coming to the pond metaphor, he tells like the mind is compared to a pond. Why he tells this is like, see, when you see a pond on the surface, you find ripples. He compares that with the thoughts and emotions and the mental noise we have. But when you go into the pond, actually you find stillness. So, in the same way, most people or many of us experience the surface master. We don't even try to go inside to feel that stillness. But masters, this stillness can be achieved by non-disturbance. And the second metaphor he uses is like notes alone cannot create music. It is the space between the notes only will create music. Those who are musicians or those who have knowledge on music, you can easily understand. Like the gap between the notes only creates a beautiful rhythm. Likewise, similarly, thoughts without silence are like mental noise. Only silence gives us balance, creativity, etc. And here the message to all of us is, if you want to understand your universe, your personal universe, or the complete universe, how it works, then you have to sit alone in a room and go deep within the layers of the mind. Now, you will have a question how to overcome the fear and how to learn to be silent and to be able to sit quietly in a room. Now, the different pathways, I called it pathways because you can follow these ways to understand the contribution of the teachers. You can actually start practicing noticing your breaths. Uh, it can be during your meetings, while cooking, just even the parties also. You can just start. The first step is you start observing your breath. Then you start sitting in a room alone and observe your mind, meaning your thoughts. Keep track of your thoughts. How do you feel? Uh, are you feeling restless? You can write it down. Then you can start practicing meditation. We are lucky masters or friends to actually be in this path, and we have been practicing it every day. And here I have added references on how to do meditation. All this you can get as and when I float this PPT to you all. And I, coming to my experience, I follow Anapanasati meditation, friends. So, wherein you focus on your breath. This is actually very simplest form of meditation, masters, and you find a great peace, silence. In that silence, you try to find out yourself. And what are the tools or which can be used during meditation? I have personally used pyramids, crystals, and sacred geometry, masters. Coming to the next teacher, Buddha. We all know him by the name Gautama Siddhartha. He is the founder of Buddhism, masters. When picked up his few words, do not believe what you have heard. Do not believe in tradition because it is handed down many generations. Do not believe in anything that has been spoken of many times. Do not believe because the written statements come from some old age. Do not believe in conjecture. Do not believe in authorities or teachers or elders, but after careful observation and analysis, when it agrees with the reason and it will benefit one and all, then accept it and live by it. Or the whole summary of this is, do not believe blindly. Buddha is trying to tell us, do not do not believe blindly. If you see, masters, the key word in this passage is believe, and the key phrase is uh, do not believe. Now, let us move forward in understanding what is belief. Things which we have picked up from our family members, culture, our society we live in, books or tradition, whatever, all such belong to belief. For example, see, you might have a belief that mango tastes good only in summer. Okay, the pictures and many people actually tell you that mangoes are good, they have so many of vitamins and so on. Okay, until and unless you actually taste the mango, you will not truly know how sweet it is or how sour it is. So see, mangoes might be sweet or sour. It only when you try it, uh, you will feel that taste, masters. That is all what about belief. And the author tells we have to move from a system of belief to knowing. Now, what is knowing, masters? Knowing is having direct experience. You see, having direct experience, meaning like you cannot believe that you can ride a cycle or you can swim. You can believe or have a strong feeling because you have done it yourself. Only then you will know that you will be able to ride, you will be able to swim. So the message to all of us is seek direct experience, not just ideas, teachings, or traditions. See, when you agree with the reason or someone else observation, there is still a gap or a question mark in you. So we have to move from that pattern of actually believing to knowing. Now, you might have a question like, how can I move or shift the mindset from belief to knowing? The different pathways is like step one. This I have personally followed, masters. List out what are the beliefs you have. Do not judge. Just write down. Be it to religion, God, spirituality, or reincarnation, money and success, astral travel, energy bodies. You can you can write, you can list down all the things. Then you can put a question for every each of them. Ask, did I learn from it? Did I learn it from my parents, or did I read it from my books, or because of social conditioning did I come to that conclusion? Is it because of fear? But when you are writing down, be honest, masters. And then you actually, and the third step is you make an effort to move from the state of belief to knowing. Here, see, I used to write down like this whenever I read books, or initially when I was listening to many of the experiences, like, oh, now, what is reincarnation? Then I used to read it. Then first, I actually thought, okay, uh, I had a question. Do I really need to believe it? Yes, I have to believe it because I have read it that Vishnu have Dasavataras, meaning like he has incarnated in 10 different form. Okay, that was my initial understanding, and then I moved on. I started, okay, this exists, and I started reading books related to it. But masters, I had opportunity, or I feel very nice to see my previous incarnations. So now I believe that the concept of reincarnation exists. Masters, to actually experience all of these, you have to raise your energy, masters. Then only, and when this energy will rise, when you be silent, when you actually travel within yourself. And meditation is one such tool, masters. And one more experience I have regarding the astral travel, masters. Okay, when we are not aware of the concept, we actually think we have dreams and all that. But when you actually have that experience, uh, like wherein you are able to see what you can see with your real eyes, that is very beautiful, masters. Yeah, where every cell of you vibrates. And when I have read in a book, like we are all energy beings, then I did not understand what is this energy all about. So I started contemplating, how do I understand energy? Like the book says, there is transfer of energy. Then I started contemplating, how do I understand what is transfer of energy? Then uh, then my intuition was telling, masters, we have this, we actually do it in our homes. Like when we try to feed kids, masters, see, if the milk is hot, we put that hot milk into a cold water. Then after some time, the milk becomes cool, and the water underneath, which is in the vessel, becomes hot. This is actually transfer of energy, right, masters? Isn't that? This is one simple statement, thought which came into my mind when I was thinking, what is energy body? Then next, we when I was reading, I came across, we are creators. Now how do I believe it, or how do I understand it? I was contemplating on that. Then I had a beautiful vision of a mother giving birth to a child. Masters, if you see the word sex, say, implies, or it tells, it's a sacred energy exchange. Now, it is a word which has been coming from many, many years. Okay, now, masters, if you see, during the process, like the sperm travels all over to the egg, and they fuse to form a new being. Now, it is not about the gender, masters, it is the concept I am trying to tell. See, the mother or the lady is changed the role, right? From being a medium to a creator. First, it has eggs. The all the females have eggs. Okay, now it is a medium for the process of. Now the mother herself has become a creator. Now the sperm, if you see the context there, it has traveled all the way. And when the sperm enters the body of a female, it the female body or the molecules, it is not something which is within her body. It is something which has come into her body. But all the cells began to fight, but one sperm will actually have that courage to fuse, and it becomes the part of creation, masters. Now the mother becomes the creator and the father becomes the warrior here. See the beauty. I was trying to understand the concept of energy by observing our own natural bodies, masters. In this context, what I have learned is our body is really sacred. It has all the process. This you have to understand, masters. It is a sacred vehicle, because we are having all these experiences only with the help of the body. So please take care of your bodies, masters, by having proper food, good amount of sleep, and be aware when you eat, and do things with your body. The next is, this time, Van has given a little statement like before enlightenment, chopping wood, carrying water. After enlightenment, chopping wood, carrying water. What this statement actually really mean? See, enlightenment is not something uh, which is like which is attained. It is a which is like you once it is attained you stop everything. He tells like even before enlightenment, in order to survive you need to chop your wood, carry your water. Even after enlightenment, the chopping of wood and the carrying of water remains. What changes is the the approach of life. Master, this I have depicted with the help of a picture. What we actually think like all the Zen masters are enlightened. See, we actually think everything around them is like beautiful, but the actual thing is like the way he handles the situation. So this is these are the few topics I have picked up, masters. Like there are many other masters as well as part of the book. Like one is like you can go through Laos principle. Like I'll complete it within a minute. Van has described about his teaching. Like true leaders are hardly known to their followers. Next after them are the leaders the people know and admire. After them they lose those they fear. After them those they despise. To give no trust is to get no trust. When the work's done right, with no focus or boasting, ordinary people say, we did it. Masters, actually, to understand this, see, there are different leadership styles. See, true leaders are they stand behind and they actually encourage other people. Fear based leaders are, I'll punish you if you don't do this my way. And admired leaders are, I will give you, they transact. So you can go through many of the teachings in this book, Masters, and I loved it, and I'm sure you all will love it too. Masters, these are the key takeaways which I personally had. There are many, but few of them I have jotted down here. Knowing is deeper than believing. So please move from the mindset of belief to knowing, and silence reveals truth. Masters, when you are silent, your clarity comes. When only when the noise subsides, you will get peace, you will have insight. And the ego blocks wisdom. Masters, here I want ego, like energy that has to go out, is what ego is. This is the meaning I have learned after this practice of silence. Ego is the energy that needs to be gone from us. It is like the fear, the comparison, the identity. Uh, that all needs to go, and then we enter the state of that wisdom or knowing. And please, we need to embrace our ancient wisdom. And inner peace is is your inner state, masters. We don't have to actually question ourselves, am I at peace? It is not something we are which we need to create. If you move from your attachments, your resistance, and the peace comes, masters. Give it a try, and hope you all will be successful. Thank you, masters. Hope I am clear with the teachings of the great masters, and it's time for our Q&A.
Ma'am, I have a question. When you selected the knowledge from Buddha, you presented one slide on Buddha.
Right, sir.
So was it the only thing available in this book, or or anything like
No,
a
sir.
golden middle path? Or because when we go through the Buddha's teaching, there are so many other things.
This book is actually not about the entire teachings, sir. It is like the author has picked, he's like choosy on few of them. So he picked only those sentences, be it poems or writings, or from some are like the outcomes of their speeches and all that.
Okay. So this is based on author's perspective, what he picked best from those masters, right?
Yes,
That's like,
yes,
okay.
yes. And out of the many, I have picked few of them.
Yeah.